What's going on, guys? Ethan from the Mock Maker Studios here with a somewhat of a throwback. I actually completed this mock at the end of 2019. It was kind of like a finale, I guess you could say, of my 2019 building. I put up a picture slideshow video on my YouTube channel back when I first originally finished, and since then I've made a couple posts on my Instagram as well. But I was looking around for videos that I could make, and I realized I never did a full in-depth look at this mock, so that's what I'm going to do today. It's been a little while since I uploaded. I apologize for that. I've been very busy with work and different things, but I'd like to get back into it. I'm currently working on a mock series, which will come out soon, hopefully, if all goes well. But yeah, so today it is the Chick-fil-A mock from 2019 in-depth review. So let's get right into it. Alright, so let's just get straight into it. So here's just an overview of the building itself. I especially like how the Chick-fil-A logo turned out. I used one of the very long red hose pieces and just wrapped it around using some clips. I also have a wedge plate on that side and one on that side to kind of hold the shape in there a little bit. So there's that. There's another one made the exact same way over on that panel there. I'm just going to start off on the roof here. Right here we have a hatch to the inside. Go ahead and open that. That opens, and then the ladder comes forward. I will add that doesn't actually lead to the inside. That is a false, it's a false floor to give the impression of depth. But I think it turned out absolutely fine. Made a little suggestion of a handle there underneath the hatch. Yeah, so that's that. On the roof, there's just a lot of piping and random, I would say, greebling. I think that all turned out very well. I actually had the opportunity to go onto the roof at the Chick-fil-A that I work at. So I had the opportunity to go up there and kind of look around and see what should be up there. So we just have a lot of random pipes, a lot of random greebling, and then these two main vent units here, which will come into play later. We'll see what those are for in a little bit. That's it for the roof. Out here on the back, this is the back door to the back of house. Some greebling here, some pipes, some meters, and different things. And then these are like downspouts, sort of. You see the openings there on the roof. In the actual building, the entire roof would be slanted just a couple degrees that way. And then the water drains out of these openings into these spouts and goes down into the ground. I have just a little bit of a suggestion of a weed there. It's on both sides. Over here on this sign, there's a couple seagulls just relaxing. Out here on the front, we have these little panels. There's two on the opposite side. It's just a dark tan design inspired by the actual store that I based this off of. Some opaque windows to let some light into the bathroom there, which is behind that wall. On the front here is just a bunch of windows. You can actually see the street number 3500 there in the top right pane of that window. I just wanted to put a couple little Easter eggs in here for people who know the store that I'm basing this off of. We got a guy out here on his way in. You can kind of get a glimpse of the inside while we're out here. We'll get into that later. Over here is the outside patio. We just got some flowers, some bushes out here in this little plant area. There's a little trash can over there in the very back. I really like how the exterior patio turned out. I think it looks very true to the actual store. There's also the entrance to the dining area right there. So that's about it for this side. I'm gonna spin the thing around and give you a quick look at the other side before we go and look at the lights. Alright, so here it is from the opposite side. Just more windows. You can see into the dining area a little bit. This here is the drive-through window. It doesn't open too far, but for the sake of the minifigure's scale, I didn't want it to open all the way. But I think it turned out well. And here's the other two dark tan designs that I told you about from the other side of the building. And a couple more opaque windows to let light into the back of the house. And yeah. So here's another quick look at the back side of the patio. And yeah, that's about it for the exterior. One quick thing before we move to the interior, I'm going to show you the lights. So we'll get right into that now. Alright, so here we are back at the front of the building. I have most of my lights in here turned off, but I left one on just so I can show you the process. So, these ventilation units, they each control one separate block of the lighting, so they pop right off. They have a couple plates in there just to add friction. This is the brand Brick Stuff lighting, so I'm going to turn that one on. That controls the interior lighting, which you'll see better in just a second. And this one over here toggles the exterior lighting. Now that we have those on, I'm going to go ahead and turn off all of my lights, and you'll be able to see this much better. So as you can see, there are a row of lights on the exterior close to the roof. They go around the sides and also around the back. And then on the inside, it is fully lit as well. My favorite thing about all this is actually the fact that all of the lights are contained in the roof. It makes it very easy if I need to make any adjustments or anything to the lights. It's all contained in the roof, all the wiring, the batteries, everything is right there. I don't have to dig around in the rest of the build. It is all contained in the roof, which is very nice for me. I'm going to give you one more quick look into the dining room. That's a cool shot there. You can see all the employees behind the counter. But yeah, so now that I've shown you that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the interior of the mock. Alright, so there's the build with the roof off. I went ahead and placed the roof right over here. So this is a better look at the front of house in the dining area. So right over here we have the queue line with some arrows directing the foot traffic. We got a guy who just walked in, one guy waiting in line, and another paying for his order there. If you notice the employees, they all have a little silver oval painted on their right torso, and that would be the name tag, which is just a small little detail that I wanted to incorporate. Over here you can kind of see the drive-through area. There's a worker with a headset on, presumably taking an order. He's also holding an ice cream cone there, because that is the ice cream machine right there. You can see some ice cream cones stacked. There is a dessert screen up above, and then there's a screen there for him to take his orders on. There's the drive-through window there. There is an employee manning the window. Right here is the bagging counter. So there's an employee there putting together orders, getting food out, and all of that. Right next to her is the coffee maker and the lemonade machine. There's just some shelving and random screens there as well for the orders to come up on. Right up above here, these are the menu boards for the guests to look at the menus, see what they want. Alright, so this is the manager station over here. There's a newspaper out on the front. There is a little computer screen there and a phone. So yeah, as you can see as I pan out here, the floor is all tiled diagonally, which was a very fun and interesting technique. It's not too difficult, it just requires a lot of jumper plates. So we're going to move over here to the dining area. There's a little black divider here separating the dining area from the front counter area, I suppose. We have an elderly couple here enjoying a meal together, and another guy looking around for a place to sit. We got some trash cans over in the corner, and a little larger table back here, sort of a conference style table if anyone needs to have a business meeting or something. As you can see, this dividing wall here is all tiled in white, and this dividing wall here also is tiled in white to keep the color scheme going. Along the walls at my Chick-fil-A, it's sort of a false wooden paneling, and so I stacked up plates to give it a little bit of a texture. So those are just set in there, they're set in there vertically. It just adds a little bit of texture, and I thought it was a cool detail to add. That's about it for the front here. I'm going to move right over here. This is going to be the bathroom. As you can see, I had some little decals printed out for the restroom there. The door does swing open. Inside here, it is a single stall bathroom. There's the door from the other side. There's the sink, trash can by the sink, a baby changing table with a gentleman who has presumably not changed very many diapers, and the toilet is over here. I also made a little design on the wall by the baby changing table just to mix things up a little bit. So yeah, that's it for the bathroom. And we can move along to the kitchen. So over here, very quickly, there's a clock on the wall. There is a oven here. This is the chute where they drop the food down to the bagging counter on the opposite side. Over here is a grill that is built into the wall. I can get a little better look at that in a moment, after I remove the middle storage racks. Back in the corner is a mop sink. There is the door that I showed you earlier that leads outside. And this contraption here removes, partly for my own ease of access and also partly because you can't really see what's going on there otherwise. So I will set that aside and we will look at that in just a moment. There's a better look at the mop sink and the door outside. Over here we have an employee manning the grill. The grill does go into the wall by one brick. So there's that. I'm gonna jump around to the other side. This wall is shared by the bathroom. So here is the sinks. So we have an employee there doing dishes, and yeah, so there's that. I can give you a quick look at the little storage rack here. It's just different storage, boxes, all kinds of different things on that side, and then the other side is where they prepare the food. There's some drawers down here to store different things, and there's some suggestion of different food items being prepared there on the counter. So that is that, and that fits right in there, like so. Okay, so that is about it for this mock, guys. Thank you for watching. If you are still here, I thank you for staying all the way to the end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and tell me what you think about the mock down in the comments. I really like to hear you guys' feedback and see what you thought of the mock as well. I really like how this thing turned out. It was a long time in the works, a lot longer than it should have been, but I'm very happy that it is finally complete. So that is about it for today, guys. Don't forget to stay tuned to my channel. I will be having a mock series coming out in the near future, so there'll be that to look forward to. So once again, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.